guys, hope you're alright. So it is now 6:10 in the evening. I've just finished work, so it's going to be something simple tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a pork chop schnitzel. That's a good word. And just do that with some plain asparagus. I'll bring you down, show you the ingredients that we've got. Right, so these are the pork chops. These are frozen ones. Whenever we go out shopping, because there's only me and Ian that lives in here, whenever you buy anything, it's either 2s, which is great, steaks, or there's 4s or 6s. So normally just freeze whatever we've got left. Now we're trying to empty the freezer, so we've decided to use these pork chops. There's 2 shoulder pork chops and there's a loin chop. I'm just going to batter those out. Now with them we'll do an egg wash, a flour dusting first, then an egg wash, and then we've got these panko breadcrumbs. As you can see, they were reduced. We got these from the Chinese supermarket a little while ago, but you know, there are breadcrumbs, they're all dried, so they're still fine, they're nice and crunchy still, so we're going to use those to do that. And then we're just going to have it with some roasted asparagus. Now we like this, we don't even boil it. We just literally put some oil, salt and pepper on and put it in the air fryer and get that done like that. So right, I'll bring you back up and we'll get started with the schnitzels. Right guys, so all I've done is I've put one of the pork chops in between 2 bits of cling film, and then we're just going to bash them out. They're pretty thin, these ones, so they won't bash out too much. But you do want to get them nice and thin so they cook quickly and the breadcrumbs crisping up on there. So as you can see, gets our frustration out in the working day, and I can actually really do with that today. Now I didn't put a video out yesterday because if you head over to Betty Eats Food, he did a review for Jamaican lamb patties last night, and because there was quite a few of them, and they were pretty big, they were absolutely gorgeous, mind. And I wasn't really thinking about it that much when Ian bought them. I was like, £5 for them, bit expensive I thought, but tell you what, they were well worth the price. So I'm just going to carry on doing this with this one and the other one, and then we'll come back to you when we're ready to put the coating on. Right, so I've also decided, I noticed that we have these mushrooms here that needs using up. So I'm going to do some garlic mushrooms with it as well. So I've just got some softened butter, a little bit of garlic in there. Love this stuff, so much easier than standing peeling and chopping bits of garlic. Right. I mean, we get that from Lidl's, but I'm sure you can get it from just about anywhere. Mix that in. Now this is purely optional, so I'm just going to do these first before I crack on with the pork. I'm just going to peel them, just because they do need used up, but they're not bad, I suppose. But just going to quickly, all you do is just grab a hold of the edge and it peels itself virtually. There we go. Right. That's one done. I'm going to do the rest, but also the asparagus. Again, that's from Lidl's. And we're just going to roast that. And what we do with this is, get it out of the packet. There we go. Just take off the woody end. Just wait until it automatically, when you bend it, it automatically comes off at the woody bit. Now, don't throw these away. I sometimes actually just freeze all of these, and when I get a good batch, I'll do an asparagus and blue cheese soup. Absolutely delicious. Right, so I've peeled all of these now, all 4, and I've got the garlic and the butter there, bit of pepper, little bit of salt. Don't need too much. Smush that together. I love that word, smush. Right, and then what I'll do is I'll get a teaspoon, get that off there. And there's 4, so I'm just going to divide that roughly, roughly in 4. Shove that on there. Now I would normally put some parsley in here out of the garden. It sounds so special. I've got the size of a postage stamp garden, and I did get some. I did get a plant from Lidl's last year, and I just thought, why not see if it'll grow? So I planted it in the back garden, and it has grew. But like I say, it was after 6 o'clock when I decided to make tea, because I've just finished work. So it is pitch black where we live out the back. There's not much street lamps or anything, so I don't really like going out there. So I could have waited until Ian came in from work and say, there's a pair of scissors, get some on the way in. But I don't think a little bit of parsley is going to make a lot of difference. These are going to be just as delicious. So literally just spread. I mean, it does, once it starts to melt, the mushroom sucks it right up anyway. So, right, so that's them done. Right guys, now onto the main event. Now there's the pork steaks all bashed out. Now the shoulder steaks do bash out a lot further than the loin steaks. So I've got some flour, some salt and pepper in there. I'm just going to mix that through. And I've got 2 eggs in there, again salt and pepper in, and just quickly mix them up. I have got a little whisk, but I was using the fork for the flour anyway. So, and there's the breadcrumbs. So what I'll do is I'll bring these down and we'll start doing these. I've also got the pan on, just warming up, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook these individually, and then what I'll do is I'll finish them off in the air fryer once they're finished off and once Ian's home. Right guys, so I'm just going to do the littlest one first. So what you do is you just put that into the flour, get that coated both sides, and then just wiggle it off. Make sure you've got a nice coating on, but you don't want too much. Then that now goes into the egg. Now as you can see, I'm holding the camera, so I am going to end up getting gorilla fingers with this. And then into the breadcrumbs. Get them nicely coated. Just pack them in so they're really done. And there we go. That's that done both sides. And then into the pan. Just turn that up slightly. And we'll do the next one. Again, into the flour. I mean, it looks a bit of a faff, but to be honest, you can see how easy it is. Make sure it's got a nice covering. Again, shake off the excess. Ooh. Shake off the excess. Into the egg. Again, just turn that over. And then into the breadcrumbs. And look, I have got gorilla fingers. So just put that, made a right mess there, didn't I? Right. There, just smush them right in. Right. I'm just going to wash my hands, guys, and then I'll be back to you. Right, so I think that one side will be done now. I'm just going to flip that over. I think the colour of these breadcrumbs, you're not going to see a lot, but I can see a nice bit of browning on there. And then when they're nearly cooked, I'll do the others and then I'll get back to you. Right, I'm just about to warm up the Ninja, and I have browned off all 3 of those. I could have maybe got them a bit thinner, but I'm not bothered about that. And there's the garlic mushrooms and the asparagus ready to go into the air fryer once they come out and rest. I'll be back to you as soon as it's time to put them in. Oh, and I have had it cleaned down as well and done the dishes. Can't stand dishes being around. Right, let's come add food now. So I'm just going to pop these in there. Oh, lovely sizzle. I'll put that in for 13 minutes, but I'll probably check it after about 5. Then once they're out and resting, then I'll put the asparagus and the garlic mushrooms in there. Right guys, I'm just going to check this. It's been longer than I thought. I just want to make sure that this is the biggest one. Make sure that it's up to temperature. Right, there we go. As long as it's over 75, there we go. Done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get these out. Just lift this paper straight up. Pop it on the plate. And while that's resting, we've got the garlic mushrooms and the asparagus that's just got some oil, salt and pepper on, and you've seen us already season this. So literally pick these up, bang them in, shut the lid, and I'm going to put these on. Right, is it going to let us? There we go. Oh, 10 minutes. And then that'll just keep on going like that, and then we'll have a check of it after 10 minutes. And then... Right, that's the garlic mushrooms and the asparagus all done. So I'm just going to get go really nice and soft, and a load of these. This is Ian's plate. I don't eat as much as what. We will have a conversation about why I don't eat as much as what Ian does at some point. And if you want to know that, then let us know. I'm just going to put that there. And these out. Right, that's those 2 plates. It's one for Ian. Give this one for Ian. You can feel it's nice and crispy. And that one for me. Right, now the next time you see this, we'll be having a bit of a taste test.
And then guys, so I'm going to give this a taste. I'm going to try the asparagus first. I'm using my fingers, so hey.
You don't have to boil it first, don't you not?
No, that's perfectly cooked, nice and soft, well seasoned. With the garlic, some of the garlic juices have gone onto it. Lovely. And of course, I think we've had these before, haven't we? I do like garlic mushrooms. You can see that, look. Still steaming. That's just how you want a garlic mushroom to be. Garlicky and well cooked, nice and soft. Beautiful. So now I'm going to move on to the pork steaks, is it?
Yes.
Schnitzels. That's well crunchy, nicely cooked, yummy. Again, the M word. Moist in the middle. Nice and crunchy on the outside where the breadcrumbs. Nicely seasoned. That is absolutely a lush. Another winner.
Right, I'm going to have a taste test now. So I'm going to have some, this is my favourite asparagus actually. I love it because it's still got a little bit of bite right in the middle.
It's cooked.
It's cooked.
It's cooked.
But it's not flabby or floppy
Or
or
overcooked.
whatever, or overcooked. Yeah, I just really enjoy it like that.
Al dente-ish.
I've still got a little bit of crunch in the back. Garlic mushrooms. Now these was an extra.
Well, they needed using up, didn't
So
they?
I just love
We
garlic
had some mushrooms that needed using up that we bought, so.
Garlic mushrooms, I must admit, I could eat every single day. They are beautiful. And I've just got a little bit of the,
Schnitzel.
like Ian showed, this is mine, perfectly cooked. Crispy. I'm sure you can hear that crisp. But because it's been pounded out,
It cooks evenly, doesn't it?
it cooks evenly,
and
but
quicker.
it's really tender at the same time. So, I mean, if you look, when I'm cutting it, it's not an effort. Yeah, well, we'll finish this off, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you later, and don't forget, subscribe, comment. I want to hear what you think about
like.
these things.
Yeah.
And like, tell me what you want me to cook, and I'll cook it. Right, see you later, guys.
Bye for now.